Hi, thanks for joining me for another tutorial in Melinda's Rubber Room. I'm here today to show you how to make this card. It's a quick and easy card again, just using designer series paper and a few stamps, and you're ready to go. So I'm going to point you down to my work surface so we can get right to it. So again, this was one of the cards that I did during one of my recent Zoom sessions. I provide all of the measurements ahead of time so you can join us and make the card with me. You can find all of the information on my Facebook page at Melinda's Rubber Room. So today I have the measurements here on my work surface. So we're starting with a piece of cardstock that measures 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4.25, just your standard base card. And then I have this designer series paper from the hand penned designer series paper from the Stampin' Up catalog. So again, these are a couple of the cards that I had done. The stamp set that I used coordinates with the paper, so it's all part of the hand penned suite. This paper here is just the opposite of this paper here. It's the back side of it, so you can see that here. So today I'm going to use this side again, and I'm going to use a different stamp set. So today I'm using, where did my stamp set go? Here we go. We're using the Beauty of Tomorrow stamp set. It's really pretty. It's got this beautiful bird on here. It does come with coordinating dies as well. It's an amazing set. And then it has this flower here is what we're using today in our circle. Okay, so just going to go ahead and attach my designer series paper to the base of my card, like so. So the designer series paper measures 4 inches by 5.25, and then we have a circle. It's about 2.75 inch circle. And then the strip of piece of paper that I have here, the cardstock, measures 1.75 by 4. And what you're going to do is make a little tick mark at the 1.5 inches from the bottom. So you just measure 1.5 inches from here to here and make a little tick mark. And then we're going to put that into our cutter. You're going to match up this corner, the opposite corner from the tick mark. Line the tick mark and that corner up in your cutting channel. Close your cutter and just run your blade right through there. And then you've created that angle that's on the little strip of paper. So we can go ahead and add that strip of paper onto our designer series paper. Like so. No fancy measurements, I just estimated where I wanted it on the side of the card. So you can see it's all about the same, probably about 1/4 inch. And then we're going to stamp on our circle. Today I'm going to stamp that flower I showed you earlier. I'm going to stamp that with Memento ink, just like so. And then I'm going to go in and just color it a little bit with my blends. So this is the Soft Succulent. It's a beautiful shade of green. I'm going to add a little bit of color in there. So I stamped with the Memento ink because it's a water-based ink, and the blends are an acrylic, are a alcohol-based ink. So you want to always mix the two. The stamp pad should be the opposite of whatever you're stamping with. So if you're stamping with, you should stamp with the Memento if you're using alcohol inks or pens. And you should use StazOn if you're using any water-based pens. I often recommend to my friends to put labels on their memento pads and their StazOn, just so that they remember which one to use when. Okay, so I just added a little extra green to my stems as well. Basically anywhere where the black was, I just added a little bit of color there. And then I'm going to go in with the Highland Heather blends, and I'm just going to pounce it on those little flowers. Not sure what these flowers are called, but and what color they come in, but I'm making mine purple because it's my card, so I can make it any color I want. There's no rules. All right, so there is my little circle. I'm going to raise that up with some dimensionals. So I hope you can join us for some of my Zoom classes. They are free and they're on Wednesday mornings from 10 a.m. to noon on Pacific time. And Saturdays as well at the same time, 10 to noon Pacific time. Sometimes my Saturday classes get canceled because I have things going on, but I'm almost always there on Wednesday mornings with a great group of gals. Okay, so I'm just going to raise that up and put that right there. And then I went ahead and stamped and die cut out that beautiful bird that's in that Beauty of Tomorrow set. And I stamped that with the regular stamp pad. I'm just going over it with my Wink of Stella, trying to get the ink to move just a little bit to get more shading in there of that water-based ink that I used. All of Stampin' Up's inks, the colored inks are water-based, so you can get some movement from those if you're using a Wink of Stella. You can see how I colored that in. I don't know if you can pick up the shimmer on there, but it's nice and sparkly now. And I'm just going to attach that right there on my little flower. So during my Zoom sessions, we all use different products, so everybody's cards turn out differently, and that's one of the things I love about the Wednesday classes, is to see what everybody does with the product or the project that I'm demonstrating. Okay, so then I also have a little bow here. I think I'm going to put that right there, and I'm just going to put that on with, I don't think I have my glue dots handy, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there. Put that on. So if you're new to my YouTube channel or my Facebook page, welcome. If you haven't joined me on my Facebook page, please do so at Melinda's Rubber Room. All that information is right here. If you do see something that you like and you would like to purchase from Stampin' Up, there is a Shop Now button right at the top of my Facebook page. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on Facebook. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. So I went ahead and stamped and die cut out my little greeting there. I don't think I don't know if my bow, oh yeah, my bow's stuck on there. So there we go. Another fun card. You can add some embellishments on there too. I did add some onto these ones. I just added a few little decorative dots there to add some more dimension to the card. So the inside of the card, I am going to finish that up. I'll go ahead and stamp that with the same flower. And I'm just going to leave the inside blank so I can write my thank you note on there. Remember that the alcohol inks will blade through to the other side of your card that you're coloring. So, but because this is going to be matted onto the inside of my card, I'm not too worried about that. But if your card base was white and you stamp directly on that, you might not be too happy with having some of that color show through onto the back of your card. So just keep that in mind. Again, I'm just kind of making dots on top of these little flowers. And that is all done. There is a pretty neat little card ready to go out in the mail. All right, I hope you enjoyed that tutorial and you learned something new. Feel free to reach out with any questions you might have. I would be happy to help you in any way that I can. Make sure you comment and give me a thumbs up on my video if you enjoyed it. Feel free to share as well. Again, find me again on Melinda's Rubber Room. You can find out the latest information on all of my Zoom classes. All right, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.